Hello and welcome to the one-to-one mining investment event in Hong Kong. I'm here with Colin Moorhead, the Executive Chairman and Managing Director of Xanadu Mines. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks very much. How are you?
Good, thank you. So first, I kind of want to get into some of your recent news about the Kharmagtai copper gold project. Could you give me some of the highlights? What's been going on?
Sure. Well, last year we were able to do a deal with Zijin Mining out of China to help us fund our way through the project.
Love that.
One of the big problems for a small company with a big project is how do you fund it? So our strategy was to do a scoping study and to use that to attract a funding partner. And we're very pleased and honoured to have Zijin show confidence in us as a company and put their money into us. So they came in as our biggest shareholder at 19.9%. And they've also formed a JV with us at the asset level by putting $35 million US into the project. And that takes away a major risk. The funding risk to take us through to an investment decision has been mitigated by that deal. And we're working very closely with Zijin now to progress through a pre-feasibility study.
Can definitely breathe a bit easier, right?
Exactly right. Yeah, it's the one thing that keeps you awake at night is how do you, in a difficult market, how do you fund a project? And you know, Kharmagtai is the type of project that the world needs to supply the copper that will be required to decarbonise the economy. So it is a big, modern, open pit copper mine that will be built in the South Gobi region of Mongolia. The South Gobi has some major advantages over other parts of the world, and they are a relatively low ESG barrier, and that's not due to low standards. The Mongolian standards are very high, and they should be. It's about the complexity is not there. So we have flat, sparsely populated ground, so the engineering complexity and the social complexity is lower than trying to do it in Australia or Canada or Chile or Peru. So we love Mongolia because it's all doable.
So the stars are aligning for Mongolia.
They are, yeah. Mongolia is a great place. It's an emerging economy. Mining is a very important part of the Mongolian economy and the Mongolian culture. Really well educated and well trained people. And you know, an opportunity to create huge value for the Mongolian people.
So that actually leads me into my next question. Would you say that you think that this is an opportunity for juniors is moving into Mongolia?
Listen, I think so. I think there's a lot of companies watching our model. You know, we've been in Mongolia a long time. Our geos know the rocks very well, and our team in Mongolia know how to operate in Mongolia very well. So in any jurisdiction you do need to understand the culture and the politics and the operational aspects of that area. And Mongolia is rich in opportunity, but it's not without its challenges. So you do need to understand. But I think the model of farming in a large funding partner, and particularly a Chinese funding partner, and using that as a way to commercialise and fund the project into production is something that all the juniors are watching right now, and hopefully we can be successful.
So you touched on this a little bit earlier, the energy transition. So we kind of wanted to chat a little bit about copper. Copper is at the epicenter of the green energy transition. So do you see looming supply deficits? What are you seeing going forward?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's some short-term softness around the outlook for the Chinese economy and what have you, but in the medium to longer term, there just isn't enough copper in the supply chain in the pipeline to do everything that everybody wants to do around decarbonisation and electric vehicles. I heard someone from BHP recently say that if the world produces the electric vehicles that are forecast, we need 26 million tonnes of copper. Now the largest copper mine in the world, Xanadu, produces about 1 million tonnes of copper per annum. So we need 26 of those.
That's a lot.
So Kharmagtai is the type of copper mine that the world needs, and the world needs mines to be built and operated to the highest standards, and that's what we intend to do here. So there's only one way to do mining, and that's to a very high standard, and we have the opportunity to build something pretty special here in Mongolia. Now, Mongolia already has one of the world's biggest copper mines ramping up to full noise at Oyu Tolgoi. That's a Rio Tinto mine. And we see Kharmagtai as the next one.
We love that. And we look forward to hearing more about your news going forward. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for tuning in and watching at One-to-One Mining Investment in Hong Kong.